Let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt truly strong? Not just emotionally, but physically. I'm talking about getting out of a chair without bracing your hands, carrying groceries without that twinge in your shoulder, climbing the stairs without catching your breath. If any of that feels harder than it used to, don't worry. You're not alone. And more importantly, it's not your fault. You see, after the age of 60, something sneaky starts happening inside your body. Your muscles, those powerful tissues that help you move, lift, balance, and stay independent, start quietly disappearing. Yes, disappearing. And here's the real kicker. Most seniors don't even realize it's happening until it's already taken a toll. But there's good news. There's one incredibly simple, often overlooked food that could be the key to slowing down this process, or even reversing it. Today I'm going to walk you through why this happens, how to stop it, and most importantly, what one food might make all the difference. No complicated medical lectures, no trendy diets, just real, honest talk, like a friend who cares, because I do. Let's start with something important. Why muscle loss happens, but nobody talks about it. You might have heard the word sarcopenia. Sounds fancy, right? Well, let's skip the jargon and break it down simply. Sarcopenia is the natural, age-related loss of muscle, and it starts way earlier than most people think, as early as your 30s. But after 60, the rate accelerates. In fact, by the time we hit 70, we can lose up to 15% of our muscle mass every decade. Now that's not just about looking toned or having biceps. This is about balance, mobility, energy, and independence. Losing muscle affects your ability to walk confidently without tripping, pick up your grandchild, catch yourself if you stumble, stay active and do what you love. And here's the hard truth. It doesn't matter how much you walk or move, if you're not feeding your muscles the right way, they'll continue to shrink. But I eat healthy. The hidden nutritional gap. Now you might be thinking, but I eat healthy. I have fruits, vegetables, whole grains, even lean meat now and then. And that's wonderful, truly. But here's the thing, and this is the part most seniors never hear. Your body processes protein very differently than it did when you were younger. What you used to absorb and use at 30, your body may no longer handle as efficiently at 70. So even if you're eating enough, you might not be absorbing or utilizing enough. And without that fuel, your muscles can't rebuild, they can't stay strong, they quietly waste away. Which leads us to the big question. The food you're missing, and why it's a game changer. So what's this one food that could make a dramatic difference in your muscle health? It's not kale, it's not flax seeds, it's not even your multivitamin. It's high-quality protein, specifically lean animal-based protein. Now hear me out, because I know some of you might be thinking, I've been told to cut back on red meat, or I don't like eating too much meat, or my digestion's not what it used to be, and those are valid concerns. But here's why this matters. Animal-based protein, like eggs, chicken, turkey, low-fat dairy, or wild-caught fish, contains all 9 essential amino acids in the right proportions for muscle repair. That means your body doesn't have to work overtime to piece together what it needs. It just gets exactly what it needs right away to rebuild muscle. Compare that to plant-based proteins, which are wonderful for many things, but often lack one or more of those amino acids or aren't as easily absorbed. And remember what we said earlier, absorption matters more now than it ever did before. Real-life example, I thought I was just getting old. Let me tell you about Mary. She's 72, sharp as a tack, loves her morning walks and gardening. But about a year ago, she started noticing that walking up her porch steps left her winded. Lifting her watering can felt heavier. Getting out of bed took more effort. She chalked it up to aging. Just part of getting older, she told herself. But here's the twist. Mary wasn't lazy. She was active. Ate what she thought was a balanced diet. Didn't eat much meat though. Thought it was better for her heart. Her doctor suggested trying something simple. Just add 1 or 2 servings of high-quality protein to her meals. Eggs in the morning, grilled salmon on her salad, a scoop of Greek yogurt in the evening. Within just a few weeks, she felt the difference. Her strength started returning. Her energy improved. Her balance was better. Why? Because she finally gave her muscles the raw material they needed. Not a miracle drug, not a gym membership, just the right fuel. Why this matters more than ever. You might be asking, why should I care about all this right now? Because muscle is the foundation of your independence. It's what keeps you from needing a cane, or relying on others, or limiting what you can do each day. Strong muscles support healthy bones. They protect your joints. They help control your blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and even support your brain health. So no, it's not just about muscles. It's about living life fully, for as long as you can. And the best part? You don't need fancy diets. You don't need protein shakes that taste like cardboard. You don't even need to overhaul your routine. Just one small shift, one extra egg, one serving of fish, one cup of cottage cheese. It's that simple, and it's that powerful. In a moment, we'll dive deeper into exactly how much protein you need each day, and the best times to eat it for maximum muscle strength. Because yes, timing matters too. But first, take a second and check in with yourself. How does your strength feel right now? Are you giving your body what it truly needs? Stick with me. This next part might surprise you. So, we've talked about how muscle loss sneaks up on us as we age, and how one powerful food group, high-quality protein, can actually help slow or even reverse that. Now let's go a little deeper. Because if you're like most people, you might be wondering, okay, so how much protein do I actually need, and when should I eat it? Let's break it down, nice and easy. No calculators, no stress. How much protein do seniors really need? Here's a number that might surprise you. The average person over 60 needs about 1.0 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight every single day. That's more than younger adults need. Let's make it practical. Say you weigh 150 pounds. That's around 68 kilograms. Multiply that by 1.2 grams of protein, and you get about 80 grams of protein per day. Now, you don't need to obsess over numbers, but you do need to be aware, because most seniors are only getting half of that. And your muscles? They feel the difference. So if you're falling short on protein, even by a little, day after day, that's like trying to rebuild a house with no wood. Your body can't do it. Not without the building blocks. When you eat, protein matters more than you think. Here's something most people don't know. When you eat, protein matters almost as much as how much. A lot of people eat a small breakfast, a light lunch, and then a big dinner with most of their protein. But the research shows your body can only use so much protein at one time. After that, it doesn't get used for muscle repair. That means if you're cramming all your protein into dinner, your muscles may only be using a fraction of it. The rest? Wasted. So what's better? Spread it out. Think of each meal as a chance to feed your muscles. Here's a simple daily rhythm. Breakfast: scrambled eggs with a slice of whole grain toast. Lunch: tuna salad on whole wheat or a chicken wrap. Dinner: grilled salmon with veggies. Snack: Greek yogurt or cottage cheese. That's it. Nothing fancy. Nothing you have to chew for an hour. Just balanced meals, spaced throughout the day, feeding your muscles the way they need. But what if I don't feel like eating that much? Now let's talk about something a lot of people don't say out loud. Sometimes as we age, our appetite changes. You're just not as hungry. Food doesn't taste quite the same. Or maybe you're tired of cooking, or even eating alone. I get it. It's not just about nutrition, it's emotional. It's personal. But here's a small shift that helps a lot of folks. Stop thinking about eating as a task and start thinking of it as fuel. You don't need to eat big. You just need to eat smart. Try this. Instead of skipping breakfast, have a protein smoothie. Can't stomach meat? Try soft, high-protein options, like eggs, beans, or cottage cheese. No energy to cook? Rotisserie chicken and frozen vegetables can be your best friends. And if chewing is an issue, go soft. Soup with lentils, mashed avocado with eggs, even high-protein oatmeal. Real-life example, James, 68, the breakfast change that changed everything. Let me tell you about James. He's 68, recently retired and lives alone. He told me once, "I don't really eat breakfast, just coffee, maybe toast if I remember." He thought skipping breakfast helped him stay slim, but he kept losing muscle, felt weak by midday, had trouble opening jars, couldn't carry in the groceries like he used to. One small change. He started adding 2 scrambled eggs and a few slices of avocado to his breakfast. That's it. Within a month, he said, "I didn't think I'd notice much, but I have more energy. My grip feels stronger, and I just feel sharper." He didn't add a gym. He didn't change his whole life, just breakfast. Sometimes it really is that simple. Let's talk digestion, a common concern. Another concern I hear a lot. "I'd eat more protein, but it's hard on my stomach." Great point. As we age, digestive enzymes decrease. Our stomach acid goes down. That means certain foods, especially heavy meats, can feel harder to break down. The fix? Choose lean, easy-to-digest proteins and add foods that help digestion. Here are some simple ideas. Swap steak for grilled fish or baked chicken. Add a little pineapple or papaya to meals. These fruits help break down protein naturally. Try a spoonful of apple cider vinegar and water before meals. It can aid digestion. Cook your proteins slowly. Soups, stews, and crockpots work wonders. And remember, even plant-based options like tofu or lentils can help you hit your protein goals. Just pair them wisely and balance the portions. Building muscle isn't just about lifting weights. Let me bust another myth. A lot of seniors think, "I'm too old to build muscle," or "I don't want to go to the gym," or worse, "It's too late for me." None of that is true. Muscle responds to what you give it, no matter your age. Yes, it might take longer than when you were 30. But guess what? That just means you're wiser, more patient, and more consistent. And you don't need a gym membership. Try standing up and sitting down from a chair 10 times, no hands. Light resistance bands while watching TV, holding onto the kitchen counter and doing heel raises. A simple walk after dinner with a friend or neighbor. Combine those movements with more protein and your muscles will respond. Slowly, surely, powerfully. Now that we've covered how much protein you need, when to eat it, and how to make it easier on your body, in the final part of this video, we'll bring it all together. We'll look at how to stay motivated, make lasting changes, and why starting today might be one of the most important decisions you make for your future self. And trust me, it's never too late. Stick with me. You've got this. You've made it this far, and I want to take a moment to say something important. I'm proud of you. Seriously. You could be watching anything right now, but you're here, choosing to learn, to grow, to take better care of yourself. That says a lot about the kind of person you are, and I hope you feel that. Now, we've covered why muscle loss happens, what kind of protein can help, and how small changes in your day can bring big results. In this final part, let's talk about staying motivated, making it sustainable, and most of all, believing that it's not too late to feel strong again. Because it's not even close. Why strong isn't just physical. When we think of strength, we often picture someone lifting weights or running up hills. But strength comes in many forms. It's the strength to get up and start your day with purpose. The strength to take care of your spouse, your grandkids, your home. The strength to show up for yourself even when no one's watching. And I believe that building physical strength actually builds all the other kinds of strength too. When your body feels strong, your mind feels clearer. Your spirit feels more confident. You walk taller, not just physically but emotionally, and that can change everything. Consistency beats perfection, always. Let's be honest. Some days you'll forget to eat enough protein. Some days you won't feel like cooking, and some days you might feel like giving up altogether. But here's the truth. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. If you aim to include protein at most of your meals, if you make movement a regular part of your life, even just a walk around the block, if you try more often than you don't, you're winning. You're rebuilding. You're stronger than you were yesterday. Forget all or nothing. This is about something every day, building a routine that feels like you. Now let's talk about making this all stick, because let's face it, We've all read advice we never followed. So how do you take these insights and turn them into something you'll actually do? Here's the key. Make it personal, make it easy, and make it meaningful. For example, set a simple rule. I'll start every day with protein. That could be eggs, yogurt, or a protein shake. Add reminders. Stick a note on your fridge that says, "Fuel your muscles." Tie it to something you love. I'll do my stretches while my tea brews. Make it social. Invite a neighbor for a walk. Call a friend while you prep lunch. You're not creating a new life. You're just adding a few powerful habits to the one you already have. Habits that support your strength, your balance, your independence, and once it becomes part of your rhythm, it's no longer a chore. It's just who you are now. Mindset, the most important muscle of all. Let's pause and talk about something deeper, something that goes beyond food or fitness. It's your mindset. Because no amount of protein or movement matters if you don't believe you're worth the effort. And you are. You absolutely are. No matter your age, no matter your aches, no matter what yesterday looked like. You have so much life left to live. So many memories still to make. So many people who need your wisdom, your smile, your presence. But to enjoy all that, you need strength. Not just to survive, but to thrive. So feed your muscles, feed your hope. And remember, you're not too old. You're just getting started. I want to leave you with something simple, something real. If you've ever looked in the mirror and felt discouraged by what you see, if you've ever sat down and felt like you couldn't get back up as easily as before, if you've ever worried that your best days might be behind you, hear me clearly. Your body is listening, and the moment you start giving it what it needs, it responds, even now, especially now. So eat the egg, make the breakfast, go for the walk, stretch, laugh, hydrate, rest. It all adds up, and every little choice is a vote for your future. You're not losing strength, you're reclaiming it. One bite, one step, one choice at a time. If this video helped you, inspired you, or even just made you feel seen, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and tell me, what's one thing you're going to start doing for your strength this week? And if you haven't already, subscribe. We've got more videos coming that are all about helping you live stronger, longer, and more confidently after 60. So hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with a friend who might need a little encouragement today. Remember, this isn't about chasing youth, it's about embracing this season with power, grace, and wisdom. And you have more control over your health than you've been led to believe. Stay strong, stay curious, and stay kind to yourself. You've got this, and I'm cheering you on every step of the way.